we're going to go to the lesser important series, the third most important one, at least based off TSN's rankings today. And we're going to talk about Calgary versus Dallas. Now, this is an interesting matchup because this is one of the last ones to get kind of finalized for the series. As it came down to it, it was looking like a great storyline was emerging where the Calgary Flames are going to have to play their former goalie, Big Save Dave, who we all agree, except for Sanjay, isn't actually that good of a goaltender.
He's actually the
former
Leafs
All-Star
goalie.
He made the All-Star team.
So what? You have to make the All-Star team. One person makes the All-Star team. Hey, Ryan, how was Jack Campbell's save percentage after making the All-Star team?
I'm not even
being
just salty from the stick throw.
I don't know what his overall was. I know since he came back from injury, it was like 914. Yeah,
it dropped for a bit.
Yeah,
okay, and that's my point.
Yeah.
Anyways, this will be an interesting series. This will be an interesting series. Hey, they crushed him after that, so I don't even care.
It's okay because I know Barron's picking Leafs to win, so I feel okay.
Yeah, let me talk about this series, Sanjay. All right, so they would have liked that matchup because they'd actually matched up really well. And I think fans would have too, because the intensity was already there off the bat. But unfortunately, the Stars were able to crawl themselves into it. Now, this is an interesting matchup because the Stars, to me, are really a team that we don't talk about because they don't have anything that really stands out. And the things that do stand out for them are like, you have a very old player who is amazing. Yes, exactly. Joe Pavelski. So
Rupins is
a weird thing.
Yeah.
You're right. Hence,
they got some players.
All right. So let's break this down. What do you think? I don't even know what the hell we talk about anymore, but let's break down this series. I know that Sanjay's going to have the edge. So we're going to give Adam this chance to break down this series.
And how much Adam's looking forward to wearing a Calgary Flames jersey next podcast.
Yeah. One of these days.
Well, the horses are well rested and ready to be saddled up to ride hard and lope through the fields. Not in the night, because that's when the stars are out, but in the daytime.
Fantastic analysis.
I don't know if I don't know. Sanjay's been around him the least because you and I just sit there and look at each other. People onto the Sanjay just laughs. We're like, oh yeah.
That's because he's seen enough Sutter. But honestly, I think that we're not doing the prediction quite yet. But
no, this is just your matchup breakdown.
Yeah, I just think that Calgary plays such a heavy game and their skill pops at precisely the right time within games, especially late in the season. We're seeing it, especially when Toffoli came. It seemed like there was another boost with their offensive output, especially in a system with Sutter, who's more of a shutdown guy. You're getting a really good mix of that great defense, good goaltending, and unbelievable playmaking and scoring. So, I think the Stars are really going to struggle. That being said, they do have a number of players that know how to get there. You get Sagan, who's won. Ben's been there. A number of those players were on that team that went to the Cup final a couple years ago.
Yeah, we're like 2 years removed from their final appearance.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't quite count them out. Look for them to make it a series, but ultimately I think it's going to come down to goaltending.
All right, now to give Calgary the edge on this one, we're going to go to Sanjay. What gives them the edge over Dallas? Ryan, prep yourself as best you can.
I have to do Dallas's point of view. Oh God.
Yeah, well, you're going to tell me why they have an edge, but go ahead there, Sanjay. Well, you can tell me what'll be good for them. I don't care.
To me, I think it's just goaltending is one, coaching is one, but that top line, Dallas has some good players, but Calgary has three players that will be nominated for awards possibly at the end of the season.
So a one-line team is what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah. For years I called the Oilers a one-line team, and now it's the Flames with the one line carrying. I think this one line just stands out, and it's not even just that. Like the depth, like Toffoli, Mangiapane on your second line, and you have players like Coleman, who's got back-to-back cups, and Yarncroke on your third line, and you got Lucic on the fourth line. That's not bad depth coming into the playoffs. So, I still remember the 2020 series, but a lot has changed since then. We got better coaching, the Flames, better goaltending, and Corey Perry is no longer on the Stars, and he is a Flames killer. So that is just a massive swing for Calgary from 2 years ago, in my opinion.
All right, Ryan, what do you think is the Stars' advantage if they have one?
Oh my God. Honestly, while Sanjay's been talking, I've been looking everywhere for some sort of advantage. So they've been really good on the penalty kills since the trade deadline. One of the top teams on the penalty kill. So there's that. They're a veteran team, I guess. And so like Adam was saying, they've kind of been there, done that. And so they'll rely on that veteran leadership and experience. But honestly, I mean, they're really like Calgary was the only team when I was putting those statistics together that finished top 10 in every single one of those statistics I listed. They are an elite team. So it's very hard for me to find ways that Dallas has the advantage. Not going to lie.
Well, I will say one thing for Dallas, and that's history. Calgary does not have a good history in the playoffs. Like, no Flames fan that has been around as long as I have is feeling confident going into any playoff series. Like, to give you some like stats to show how anemic our playoff history is. Good the last word. Time the Flames won a first round playoff series against a team not named Vancouver was 1988. So it's been a long time. So, no one in Calgary should ever feel confident going into a playoff series.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen Johnny Gaudreau perform in the playoffs either, now that you mention it. So, I mean, first time for everything if they do both.
He's really been fine. Okay, it's Matthew Tkachuk that has been struggling in the playoffs. So
I don't know if I believe you. I have enough Flames fans that when you bring him up, complain about his playoff performances.
Well, it's always the question of size. If you don't have enough size in the playoffs and it's a different beast in the playoffs, can they fight their way through?
When you can get cross-checked in the face and it's not a penalty, it's a lot harder to perform.
Yeah,
it's true.
And small guys can do it. Like you look at Braden Point, he's a monster in the playoffs, but he's an asshole in the playoffs too. Like he's relentless, and that's what you have to be when you don't have the size.
Yeah, think
about the tenacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to jump to the next series.
Are we not picking our?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Let's go then. We'll go with me first then, because I went last time, I guess. We'll say I'm going to go Calgary in 4.
Oh, the Flames have only made one.
Hey, I didn't say it was your turn, did I? Wait, you stop interrupting everyone. We're going to go to Adam next because he's been polite.
Thank you. I'm going to say. I'm going to say Calgary in 5.
Right?
I will also go Calgary in 5.
Sanjay.
Calgary in 6 or 7. It's going to be a lot closer.
You can just tell you have so much PTSD versus the rest of us. It's if we're just like throwing out easy numbers.
He doesn't want to jinx it. Is the 7. Thing. He doesn't want to sound confident and then takes
a big swig.
It's going to be a meme of him.
It's not going to be. 7. I don't foresee it being 4 straight or 5. In my opinion,
dark guy. He's going to be the next Calgary dark guy when they get the nosebleed picture of him in game 1 with the cigarette hanging half out his mouth and the cowboy hat.
Sanjay, are you even going to enjoy these playoffs? Because I remember last year you said it was quite enjoyable when your team was out of it. You had nothing to worry about. So exactly. So are you going to be okay?
Every other game, every other day will be an enjoyable day.
If they win, it'll be a great 2 days. If they lose, it'll be a rough 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially if they have to play Edmonton in the second round. Then I don't know. I'll probably be pretty stressed out for that.
Yeah, all of us will be.